What the hell was that? Okay. Yes. Mr. Raphael Dawkins with the Combat Radio. And the full start came for free. Okay. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with the delay with the music. But anyway, you are in tune to Boxing Talk with Rafi. Okay. Let's get this thing set up and I'll tell you about the menu. Go through the menu. Let me get the mic centralized. Hold on. Better than that, we just tilt it back a little bit, raise it up a little bit, turn it around like this, and hopefully it should be loud and clear. Okay. First things first. Let's fix the screen so you can see the menu. Okay. What's the visibility like? Visibility is good. Yes. King Rafi up in the building. Greetings, one and all. Good afternoon. It's probably afternoon where you are. What is it? Afternoon, early evening? Early evening over there in the US of A with the TKO 22. Okay. So, what do I need to do? First things first, before we get into the menu, we have to do a little bit of, we have to make sure things are correct. I got too many windows open. I can drop that one down now. All being well. Let's get rid of that one. And let's do a sound check. Okay. Let's stop the music. First things first. Let's pause that. Okay. Let's stop the music. First things first. Let's pause that. Okay. It seems to be in order. I don't know if the music's a little bit loud. Okay, we'll roll with that. See how that goes. Okay. So, what's going on? Yeah, first things first, let's share. Okay. Let's share this shiznix. Allow the area to populate. Okay. Uh-oh. What's this here? Let's share this. Where's the music gone? Is it going to be like this all night? Repeat. Matter of fact, let's get into this. Let me have a look at this. Let me have a look at the settings on this. Let's get this correct. Okay. Uh-oh. Let's try again. Open Sesame. Oh, Lord. Library. Stop messing around. Don't do this. Don't mess around. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Might be okay now. All right. Let's share. Boom. We are live. Boom. Okay. Boom. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so what's going on? What's going on? His entire career was a duck, says Wizard Sleeves. OMG. OMG. Okay, so what's on the menu? Let's have a look at the menu. Okay, so what's the title of the piece? What's the title of the piece? If Wilder retires now, is it a duck? That's the question we're asking tonight, but there's more. There's more to it than that. We're also looking at this week's upcoming cards. We got the Lomachenko against Comey and the Ben versus Algieri. Okay, so what else are we doing before we jump into this? And yeah, smash that like button while you're here. Smash the like button while you're here. If you've not subscribed yet, then please feel free to do so. Okay. What is this here? Let's have a look at that. Let's deal with that. Okay, that's good. That's good, y'all. That's good, y'all. We got some news, some, how are we going to start this thing? Because I know I've got some news that you have not yet heard. Pretty damn sure about that. That's not what we're going to start with, though. We're going to go into that second. And that's the second thing we're going to go into. And so I hear you ask, I hear you ponder, well, Raphael, how are you going to start this shiznix? How are you going to start the shizzle? I know exactly how. Okay, we're all set now. I've done all the sharing I need to do. I'm ready to get into this thing for reals. Okay. Just bring that down. Okay, so you are in tune to Boxing Talk with Rafi. What number are we on? 332. 332. Oh, dang. Oh, there it is. 332. Yes. 332. And I know exactly how we gonna start this shiznix. It's quite hilarious. Okay, so people have been talking about. Tommy Fury released his X-rays of a broken rib, and said he got it in sparring. But new footage has emerged, which I'm going to share with you today. The Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio crew and visitors. First things first, let's get this in there. Okay, so that is the link. Let me check it over there. Let me see if I see it and pin it. Boom. Okay, so it's up in there, and now I think it's time for us to get into this shiznix now. Let's share this. Okay, so it's been alleged that Tommy Fury injured his rib in sparring, but let me take a sip of what's in my cup. Let's see, the best comedy is when the deliverer kind of let you figure out what the punchline is before he actually says it. Waiting to see if anybody would know. No, people are waiting on me. Okay. I was waiting to see if people had already figured it out and wanted to make a comment, but evidently not. So let me play the tape. Let me roll the tape. Let me just check. Let me check. No. Okay, let's play the tape.
Quick side. Hold my legs tight. Quick side. Hold my legs tight. Tight. Belly. Fucking out. That's right. Go on. Belly. Fucking out. That's right. Go on.
Okay. There you have it. The real reason Tommy Fury broke his rib. Exposed on Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. There you go. That's my hypothesis. Tommy Fury's rib was busted by Tyson Fury and a medicine ball. How'd you like that for a hypothesis? I thought it happened in sparring, Tommy. Come on. I thought it happened in sparring. Are you sure this is how it really went down, Tommy Fury? Is this how it really went down? Yeah. It's an interesting theory. We got no proof, but it's very, very interesting. The broken rib Tommy Fury pulled out of the Jake Paul fight with a broken rib showed an X-ray. What appeared to be a broken rib, but was it done in sparring or was it done by his stepbrother, Luke? OMG. Okay. So that's the opener. Did Tyson Fury break Tommy Fury's rib? That's a question we may never get the proper answer to, but we have a theory. Yeah. First it was a chest infection, and then a broken rib came after. Very, very interesting theory. Okay, so we've done that, and I think we're moving on to the next one. This one is slightly explosive, or should I say somewhat explosive. All right, let's line everything up. Let's stop sharing that. Do we stop sharing that right now? Or do we? Okay, let's go into it. Uh-oh. Agree and close? What if agree and close? What if I don't want to agree and close? What do you mean agree and close? What do you mean agree and close? I got to agree to that. and in comes man like EJ Boxing.
Live.
Oh, damn. Forgot about the live. EJ Boxing live.
Hey, you know, yeah. You know what? Yeah. Where he's hitting that, yeah, it's the lower part of the stomach. Yeah, the rib cage is higher. The rib cage is high up underneath his arm. Where he's hitting that stomach area. But you see the thing is, no, that's the stomach. That's the stomach.
That's the floor right by the obliques. That's round by the sides.
No. That's no. That it's not the ribs he's hitting. He's hitting the stomach. If you look at it, yeah, it's the lower part of the body. The ribs is higher up, right? But you see the thing is, yeah, if regardless of that,
you got ribs on the side. But carry on.
No, I agree. No, yeah, regardless of that, yeah, I reckon he bottled it because you see the thing is, yeah, the dad, yeah, because the dad said what he said about, you know, what he's gonna do to my man's girlfriend, and we live in a Me Too movement, and the backlash, they said, nah, man, no, we can't do this. We got to make up something and get out of here. Now, I don't think he's hurt. Like, as you could see, if he had a rib injury, he wouldn't be doing this. To your point, in case. So that's what we can agree on. Because if you got a rib injury, even if you're hitting that in the stomach over, you couldn't do that. So I think hypothesize, like you said.
Yeah.
I think the backlash because of the girlfriend thing and that the Me Too movement, they couldn't afford it. The corporate said, no, it's too much. We're out of here. Forget this fight.
When you say the girlfriend thing, some people might not know, but I think it was in the last show or the show before when I showed you the video of John Fury, Big John Fury, the Papa Fury, saying that he was going to words to the effect of bending over Jake Paul's girlfriend, and I don't want to something like a four-legged animal that's quite popular, the most popular animal, domestic pet. Treated like a domestic pet. Yeah,
I think he went. Yeah, and that alone, because of the backlash, he got backlash from that. They shut it all down. It's not worth it because the backlash. Because as you build up to the fight, that would have been the main talk point. That, you know, Fury said this and Fury said that, and I think they looked on it and said, you know, the court, it's not worth it. Shut it down. You know, we can do it another time. It's not worth it because of the backlash. And then he's come out, said, I got an infection and I got this and I got that.
That's an interesting theory.
Yeah, I don't think he's got an infection. I think it was you know, you're dealing with BT as a corporate channel, and the backlash that they got backlash, you know, they did. They said they got serious backlash on it. The dad did.
You can't talk like that. You can't talk like that.
Nah, you can't. I
don't accept no excuses about I'm not a gentleman. Well, it's obviously you're not a gentleman, but you still should know you're talking in front of the world. You're talking in mixed company. You're talking in mixed company.
Well, you
better be a damn gentleman. You better learn how to be a gentleman.
Well, you know, most people, when they can't cuss, they either mention your mum, they mention your race, or they mention they say something about women, right? When most people are not used to that. Remember, them Furies are fighting men. We're hard men, yeah. They're not used to that sort of verbal. The con like Fury, he's used to that stuff, right? And the dad, you can see where Fury gets it from his dad. But his dad, saying that, because Fury wouldn't even go that far and say that stuff sort of thing. But you see, his dad's not used to that. So when he said that, I just took it like, oh, you went too far there. And it's almost like, you can't really come back because he's not going to apologize. So they got, if you apologize, then, you know, maybe you could do something. But he wasn't going to apologize. And I thought in total, everyone saw it that Jake Paul got the better of Tommy Fury. He actually terrorized him. He terrorized him. It was just a one-sided beatdown.
I thought Jake was going to win the fight.
No, I'm talking about in the press conference, the battle of the words.
Yeah, but I feel beyond that. I feel that Jake was going to win the fight against Tommy Fury.
That's that's a very good possibility because he's fighting better competition than Tommy, right? But the thing is, he's still a Fury. And in the day, you have to give him a shot. And he's a boxer. He's been a boxer. My man, even though he's been fighting MMA guys, it's not the same as fighting a boxer, and the guy is fairly young. So you have to think, I would have favored Tommy, but I wouldn't be surprised if Jake pulled it. But in terms of the words war of words, You know, I don't know even why they had a press conference like that. They should have had the two fighters, and that's it. But I think they put the dad in it to add some spice. But I don't think he understands that this is corporate. I think he lost it, forgot where he was, and said something like that. It was bad, man. It was bad. It was really. It's like Billy Joe Saunders saying something like that. Really bad.
But Billy Joe Saunders has done something even worse.
Oh, okay. What's he done?
Billy Joe Saunders has done something even worse. Let me tell the people. There was a video floating around. I didn't respond to it. I didn't because I didn't think it was true. But there was a video floating around with a fella. As a matter of fact, I can do better than that. I can actually show you part of the actual video. Where is it? Oh, I know I can find it. I can actually show you part of the video that I am talking about. Where is it? Let me kill the volume on that. Okay, so let me share this shiznix. Let me share my shizzle with you. Stop sharing that. We're gonna come back to it in a second. Okay, that's it. So what are you seeing? Let me make sure that you're seeing.
So he's got himself into trouble again, has he? About a fight. I heard apparently said that someone said he stabbed someone or something, right?
Well.
That's what I heard.
Well, okay. So, UK cops to quiz brawl suspects as Daniel Kinahan Powell, Billy Joe Saunders issues denial. Okay. So, let me scroll forward and get to the section I want to get to. I got too many.
Yeah, the guy saying he stabbed him, but why did they mention Danny Kinahan? Why are they putting his name in that's the video, I see it. Why are they mentioning Danny Kinahan? What's he got to do with it? Here we go. That's the video.
Okay, so this is the cat. I'm not gonna play it because I know people have had it taken down, but this other guy played it. Can I play a section? A few seconds? Can I play a few seconds? Can I play with madness? Okay.
My son Johnny carved you last night, 3 punches he put you in your arse. That's Canelo bet you, and my son bet you, Johnny Dunn. He put you in your arse. My son Charles.
Okay, I ain't gonna go into any of that. I ain't gonna go into the words, but this fella here came out with a video with some allegations, and part of the allegation is that Billy Joe Saunders stabbed his son through the hand. Son was getting the better of him, and allegedly this fella here said that Billy Joe stabbed his son straight through the hand. Apparently his son's a talented boxer. It was in a venue where there was a brawl, and Billy Joe Saunders, this guy alleges that Billy Joe Saunders pulled out a firearm. And now, what's happening now? Well, what's happening now is that the UK cops want to speak to Billy Joe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this down. I'm going to take the video, stop playing the video, and I want to show you the evidence. You know, we like to show receipts over here at the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. So stop it there.
Even if they was to show receipts, the travelers don't use the police, so they might be they could question him about it, but I couldn't imagine that guy and his son are gonna dob him into the police because
he's already done it. There's a statement. That's a statement.
Oh, really?
That's a statement. He's already given the statement. That is the statement.
Shocked.
So there ain't no question.
Travelers don't do that, so I'm surprised, man.
Well, you know, I mean, if they're law-abiding people, then they'll probably say, well, we have every right to give evidence. You know, maybe they pay taxes. Maybe they say, hey, we pay our taxes and we want the services that any other taxpayer is entitled to. You know what I'm saying? So let's have a look at this article. Like I said, this is breaking. I ain't seen this reported by any other boxing channels. Correct me if I'm wrong. With first over here, the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio, UK cops to quiz brawl suspects. As pal Billy Joe Saunders issues a denial. Billy Joe Saunders says, I'm aware of a video circulating on social media. It makes certain allegations against me, which are complete rubbish, says the ex-WBO super middleweight champion. Okay, so UK cops have said they have identified several men they wish to speak to following a brawl that ex-world champ Billy Joe Saunders has denied was involved in. What? Anyway. Okay, so the 32-year-old fighter, who is a close personal friend of Daniel Kinahan, issued a statement on social media last week categorically denying claims that he was involved in a mass fight in Bulkington. Where the hell's Bulkington? Never heard of it. 3 men were hospitalized following the fight. One man apparently stabbed in the hand and another glassed in the face in the melee at the event room of the Bulkington War Memorial Club in Stafford Close in the early hours of Sunday, November the 28th. Okay, so in an email statement to theSundayWorld.com, Warwickshire Police said officers have examined CCTV footage and identified several men they wish to speak to in connection with the incident. The men will be interviewed and inquiries remain ongoing. Okay, so Warwickshire Police, Warwickshire, okay, had earlier issued an appeal for witnesses to come forward following a violent incident that involved a number of people and took place in the event room at around midnight.
Where's the statement?
3 people were injured and required hospital treatment. Police said 2 have subsequently been discharged. Where's what statement?
Yeah, I thought you said there's a statement of the guy saying that he's pressing charges against him. That's not the case.
No. I never said that the guy said he was pressing charges. I said that what the guy said there could serve as a statement.
Well, it was like I said again. The guy said it. Yeah. Them travelers don't deal with the police, so they can get all the evidence they want. But if no one's pressing charges, which the traveler with the guy, I mean, the guy made a video and said what he said, but he's
charges charges don't have to come from the guy. No. For example, if there is CCTV evidence, someone producing a gun, then that is sufficient to launch charges.
No. What I'm saying is that I heard they can do charges, I'm sure, but I don't know what they produce. But what I'm saying is that end of the day, when they questioning people, they're saying, no, I don't know what you're talking about. That's all they're gonna do because the traveler community, they don't deal with the police. So that goes in what I'm saying. Like, he made a video telling what Billy Joe Saunders did to the other travelers.
So if there's CCTV evidence of the incident occurring, then he doesn't need. Then they won't need.
Yeah, but off the brawl, but that's you can have a brawl and sing. They can get charged for I don't know, GBH or whatever. But in terms of but what we're talking about is I'm talking about the stabbing through the hand, bro.
If there's evidence of that, and if there's evidence of the glassing in the face or on CCTV, then no statements would be required to affect a charge.
How can but someone has to who's going to prosecute them to say that they did that? Doesn't it take a witness?
If there's video on it, if there's CCTV on the thing, then you don't need anybody to say it happened when you see it on the CCTV.
So who they gonna prosecute though? Who they gonna prosecute?
They're gonna prosecute the people identified did it from the CCTV.
And then so the police are gonna say we saw you smashing glass over someone's head. But they have to ask the guy who smashed the kid though, innit? Do you want to put charges against them as well, don't they?
No, they don't have to. They can do. That would make it better, but they don't have to.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. And that in laying in that, if that goes through, then you can't really put the maximum of what they want to do. Yeah, they can get charged, they can get fined, and say disorder.
They can get sent to jail.
Disorderly conduct are probably the maximum. They get fined, but nothing major than that. But
injuring somebody,
the injury, like I said, the injury from the other party if they were complaining, which they know they're not going to do, that's why they've said that. They were, when they made that video, they were just telling the other travelers what Billy Joe Saunders and people what they're like. But I don't think they're going to involve the police. But if the police are looking to
already involved.
Now, of course, the police are going to be involved because they don't like something happening in their city. But as you know, when it comes to these community, they're hush. They don't talk to the police. But like you said, if they got footage of whatever footage they've got of the incident, they can ask them and question them and stuff like that. But really and truly, I don't think nothing much is going to come of this though. But it's Billy Joe Saunders. It seems like he's gone off.
You can't produce a firearm. You understand that there's an allegation that Billy Joe.
Where does it say there's a firearm?
Do you know that one of the allegations is that Billy Joe produced a firearm?
It's an allegation, though, isn't it? It's not.
Are you aware of that allegation?
No, I'm aware of the stabbing in the hand.
There is an allegation that Billy Joe produced a firearm.
Yeah, I heard. I heard what you read. I heard what you read. But I know what the guy. But I'm going by what the guy said. I'm going by what the other party said. I know what the allegations have allegedly said. This is allegedly, but I'm going by what the other guy said. The other guy said, the other guy said he stabbed my son in the hand.
And he also said he produced a firearm.
Yeah. Okay, I got that. But the stabbing in the hand in that incident, right? That means he had to go to hospital. If you go to hospital, then you go to the thing. Go, are you going to press charges on blah blah from the stabbing in his hand? And if he doesn't want to do that, I've
moved on from the stabbing in the hand.
I understand that.
What I'm saying is, if the CCTV shows that Billy Joe Saunders produced a firearm, then that in itself will result in a charge.
Oh yeah, I'm not disputing that.
Of producing a firearm in a public place.
Yeah. I understand.
Probably an unlicensed firearm.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to say to you is that that's if we're talking about like concrete, that my man stabbed him in there, and that's the dad. That's actually someone. Dad saying it is my son went to hospital for stabbing in the hand. The garden, like you said, that there is to be determined about the firearm. But the concrete, my man got stabbed in the hand. That's what you do know. He went to hospital.
Concrete, somebody got slashed in the face. Also.
Oh, well, that's what they said, didn't it? I know the dad said
no. This is what the police have said.
I know. That's all this stuff here of what they're saying is someone eyewitness, but that guy, the dad said
it's a police statement. It's a police statement.
Who did they get the statement from?
But the police made a statement.
So the police was there. The police arrested them and made a statement.
The police made a statement to the press.
The police. So that means they must have arrested him, didn't it?
No, the police.
How?
I'm reading the friggin' article.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to say. If they made a statement, that must have been. Why did they arrest them then? Isn't it?
Okay. So
why they asking for them?
Let me get through the article, and I can provide you with the answers which you require. Okay. However, Saunders, a former Olympian, two-way world champion, dismissed the claims as complete and utter rubbish. Saunders is one of MTK Global's most high-profile fighters and has regularly publicly defended the promotions company founder Daniel Kinahan. I don't know if that's germane to this particular case. But he told followers that he anticipates a call from the police and will cooperate with them fully. Okay, so, right. He said, I'm aware of a video circulating on social media. It makes certain allegations against me, which are complete rubbish. However, given the police may be involved at some stage, my lawyer advises me to make no comment at this stage. Mm-hmm. I am, of course, more than happy to speak to the police should they wish to contact me.
Should. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Big
thank you. Obviously to MTK Global and also thank you to my advisor Daniel as well, because without him what's that that's nothing to do with that. That's a previous statement he made. Okay, that's a previous statement.
It's all about Panorama, and this is what I'm saying about the newspapers, because they're so after Danny Kinahan, anyone involved in them, they're going to entwine. And rather than just an incident between a boxer and a nightclub, it has to be Danny Kinahan, and it has to be, how you do Lisa Ball, has to be involved in that. Yeah, he's and Danny Kinahan fight. He hasn't fought since Canelo, but you can see where it's going with this whole thing. Like they're blaming it on Danny Kinahan. Billy Joe has obviously said, Danny Kinahan and MTK lawyers are probably helping him, but this stage, it shows like Billy. What it does show in any case, yeah, Billy Joe was going off his hinges, isn't it? Obviously, he's getting into all kinds of stuff, like like before, and he's and most Don Charles told me this before. If most boxers, if they wasn't boxers, they'd be criminals, and Billy Joe is obviously around criminal element, and he's obviously said it's rubbish. So it's up to the police to prove otherwise, and obviously, but it seems to me it's a sad way to for your career to go, that you're in bars, pulling guns and stabbing people in the hands and
allegedly.
Yes, there you go. Allegedly, when you're a world champion, a 2-weight world champion, Olympian, and a person who represents the country, it's sad. But that's how things go in it. But hopefully they resolve the situation, and we have to find out what happens, man.
Yes. For those who just joined us, I just broke the news. The Billy Joe Saunders is wanted by UK police in relation to a fracas in which a gun was allegedly pulled. A man was stabbed through the hand, and another one slashed in the face. And we know those actual what do you call them? Actually injuries occurred because the individuals concerned went to the injured parties went to the hospital. So that is all documented. It's very sad. It's very unfortunate, like EJ was saying, that as a man who's done so well for himself in the boxing ring and financially could find himself embroiled in such an unsavory situation. Your final words on that point, EJ Boxing?
Yeah, Billy Joe. I ain't gonna lie, I enjoy him getting beat up, Canelo. I haven't sat back and watched the beating, but I enjoyed it. Because he irritated me so badly. But at the same time, I don't like the idea that a former person, a pugilist, is involved in these sort of conduct. But he's been on it. He's been on it. He's consistently been mischief. This guy talking, by the way, on the camera.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know him or anything like that. But I don't think a man would lie about his son. You know what I mean? And he's probably shocked, like most people are, of how depths the low Billy Joe has gone to go against his son. You get me? You know what I mean? If that's allegedly has happened, that's awful. That's awful. I feel bad for the man. And it seems like something's happened. It seems like this guy here genuinely is upset, and he's letting people know what Billy Joe's personality is like, man, and to let everyone know that this guy's a scoundrel if that's allegedly the case.
Yeah. Yes. And I think we're going to leave that there. Most unfortunate, most unsavory. Hey, bring that down. Uh-oh, I don't need to bring that down. I need to do something else. I need to stop sharing, though. That's for sure. Okay, so we've taken care of that one. Let me go into the chat, see what people are saying. Okay, let's have a little looky before we move on. Marion G up in the building. The Wizard Sleeves. Hold on, let me leave it there. The Wizard Sleeves, the Donovan Williams, the Allison Matthews, the Lisa Bales, the Tone. There. Okay, so hello and welcome to you all. Okay, so Marion G writes, people want to earn money to get out of that life. Guy's a multimillionaire. Why are you playing these silly games still? Well, you know what they say, Marion. Play silly games, get stupid prizes. So we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see what evidence comes up. They don't have to anymore. They don't have to get statements anymore from people. All they need is the CCTV and game over. I believe that. I believe that. What's going on here? Billy Joe, if you're reading this, hand yourself in, son. It's not worth it. I feel like I'm watching an episode of The Sweeney. What's going on here? What's going on here? What's going on here? Yeah, wow. It's madness, Lisa. It's madness, I tell you. What have I missed? What you missed is that Billy Joe Saunders is wanted by the police. He wants... Oh, don't tell me I close that down. Don't tell me I shut that down. But anyway, yeah, Billy Joe Saunders wanted by the police in connection with a fracas where several people were hospitalized, and it is alleged that he pulled a handgun and put it to someone's head. So that should be, there ain't no poll. Ain't no poll. Is there a poll? There ain't no poll yet, is there? No, ain't no poll. If you want a poll, just write in the question you want me to ask. If you want a poll, write in the question you wish the Rafi to ask. Go ahead. Make it happen. Okay, so, yeah, BJS wanted by the police, by the popo. Okay, so what are we doing now? I think we're getting into it, aren't we? We're getting into it. We're getting into it. We're not messing around. Okay, so, do I bring this up? Damn, there's a fly in the ointment. There is a fly in the ointment. It's okay. I can rectify it. I can rectify it easily. I can do it easy. Believe me. I'm on retirement talk. Which way do I go? Do I go that way or do I go this way? Let's go the. Let's pull up the article. Let's pull up the article. It's easily done. Did I pull this up before? Have I done this before? It feels like deja vu. Why does this feel like deja vu? Oh yeah, I know. It's because I did a video. It's because I did a video. That's why it feels like deja vu. But I need to do this. I need to go backwards in order to go forwards on this one. Let me see what the question of the poll was. What's the question in the poll? Oh, I missed it. No? Okay. So, everybody who's seen my video will know, will be familiar with the story. Deontay Wilder suggests he could retire after Tyson Fury KO defeat in last fight. I've accomplished all of my goals in this sport. Okay, so you've seen the video, I've already done a video on that, so I don't need this no more. So I'm going to shut that down, and we're going to get into the next element of the story. Okay, EJ Boxing, I haven't heard your take on this. What's your take on this? What's your take on Deontay Wilder saying? Shouldn't have shut that down. Okay, Deontay Wilder saying to, what's his name, that little comedian fella? Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, yeah.
Kevin Hart, that, yeah, I've accomplished all I want to accomplish in the game. In the sport of boxing. And, there's other things I want to go on to do. There's things I want to do and things that I haven't had the opportunity to do. And I want to go on and try new things. I've accomplished everything I want to accomplish in boxing. And so, it's talking about retirement. EJ Boxing. I've already talked about it in the video. Talk to mine. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I listened to him, but I think he was getting through the process. That's how he felt. But he also feels like he could fight like another 3 times a year. He's like he said, he's accomplished every way. The WBC champion, fought Fury. He realized at this point, it's like, what is his hunger? He's got money. He said he's got money, everything. Where's his goal? Where's his goal? You know what I mean? Eddie Hearn and Tyson Fury and Usyk and them guys, they don't want to fight him. He was hard enough to try and get, the Joshua fight because of he's high demands. Maybe you look back on it, he could have made himself a bit low to make the fight with Anthony Joshua. But That fight never happened. But he got a big mega fight with Tyson Fury 3 times, not once, not twice, but 3 times he had a chop at the cherry. And I think he comes to the thing where he's not making excuses no more. And he's looking at it like, well, who else is there for me to fight? I don't know if these guys want to fight me. I'm still fairly dangerous. Why would you know what I mean? No one's really calling his name, which is true. I don't hear no one say, yeah, I want to fight Wilder. Maybe Dillian, maybe
100 million offer from the zone to fight Anthony Joshua.
I understand that. I understand that.
Calling him out.
No, but I understand that that's gone. But what I'm saying right now, I'm talking about currently right now. So
he refused it. That's why it went though. That's why it went. He refused it. The man refused.
We understand that. But what we're talking about right now is so where does he go? Like in terms of where's your hunger? I mean, when you earn money and like the money he's got, and you got businesses and things like, where's your hunger? Like you got money, you got enough money to secure your daughter, legacy, your kids and stuff like that. Where's your hunger? Who's your next opponent? What do you do? Like the belts are wrapped up. Tyson Fury is about to fight Dillian White. Hopefully that fight can happen. Usyk is about to fight Anthony Joshua. What's he gonna do? Who's he gonna fight? What, Andy Ruiz? I don't mind saying that. It's a good fight because Andy Ruiz beat Joshua. That's a good comeback fight. Is he gonna fight Charles Martin? I like that fight as well. That's a good fight. But the thing is, the question is he hungry enough? Is he hungry enough to go back into the grind and sit and wait? Because the realism is he's on the sidelines. Even if he beats the two guys in question, Charles Martin and Andy Ruiz, why should Fury or Anthony Joshua or Dillian White or Usyk fight him? Why? That's the question. And I think that's why, really and truly, if you look at it, you know, you're kind of out the picture. If you won, you know what I mean, you got your belts back, then you're back in the game in terms of $1 million paydays. He's got decent money. He would love to have mega money, but the bottom line is Anthony Joshua's still the cash cow of the division. Is he gonna get his belt from Usyk? We will hope for over in the UK. We hope that Anthony Joshua can get his belt like Anthony Yard beat Lyndon Arthur on the weekend. A lot of people was wishing for that. Maybe not Raphael, but because he's from up north. But everyone else in the UK, everyone in London was thinking that. But if Anthony Joshua gets the belt back,
it's the Midlands. It's the middle of the country. It's neither north nor south.
It's more your ends than ours. But what I'm saying is that
that's true.
If Anthony Joshua wins, I think Wilder would say, yeah, I'm going to try and make a run for it. But if Anthony Joshua was to lose, he's looking at Usyk and say, I don't really need that work. I don't really. The only one actually demanding it is Fury. Fury said, I want, they were talking about step aside and AJ taking a step aside. So the belts are wrapped up for at least another 2 years. We don't know about this COVID situation. What's happening pending. The government has shut down certain things over here, the cinemas, and we're not really shut them down, telling you need to have a jab and you need to show that you've took the injection so you can go certain places. They've got masks everywhere. We might be in a lockdown. You know what I mean? I see Raphael on the camera.
Might be in a lockdown.
Yeah, we might be actually in a lockdown. So this is if you're Wilder and you're like you're sitting there thinking, I don't know, you know, I'm long in the tooth. My trainer, this, that, the other. I don't know what you do. So yeah, I can understand why he's contemplating retirement, because really and truly, there's no way back into that path. It's going to take about a year or two until that whole thing sorted out. It's a lot. If Dillian White beats Tyson Fury, he becomes the man. But the really and truly, Dillian White will sit there and say, well, I want an Anthony Joshua fight for the big payday. If Anthony Joshua loses to Usyk, you think anyone's looking to fight Usyk? I don't think so. But Usyk wants to be undisputed. So it's a lot of things involved, and Wilder's not really in the plan. He can stay in the PVC side and fight Charles Martin, fight Andy Ruiz, and fight the same guys over there. Maybe Luis Ortiz again. You know, even Kaneki, he could probably fight Kaneki. I think he would talk about that. But really and truly, it's not really a big demand. So if he was to retire right now, then, you know, more power to him, and I wish him luck. If it was to continue, you know, he could get hurt and his reputation get even worse. I don't know. So I can understand why he's contemplating, but it seems to me that he'll probably find hunger again and try and make another run at the belts. But the question is, I don't know if he can get them unless some people vacate. So that's my whole question. I'm answering that.
Yeah, there's some interesting points there for sure. My stance on it, and the question is in the poll. Question is in the poll. If Wilder retires, would you consider it a duck? And right about now, 33% say yes, and 67% are with you, AEJ. And they say no. They would not consider it a duck. Okay. So my feelings, my thoughts and observations. What does that mean? VASF.tech. What does that mean? What is that? Some I don't know what it is. Some code, some weirdness. Okay, so my take on it is that if Deontay Wilder retires now, he's leaving a lot of unanswered questions. He's leaving the unanswered question of what would happen if Deontay Wilder fought Anthony Joshua. He's leaving the unanswered question, what would happen if Deontay Wilder fought Alexander Usyk? He's leaving the unanswered question, what would happen if Deontay Wilder fought Dillian White? You see, Deontay Wilder needs to fight these guys for legacy purposes. If Deontay Wilder fails to fight the aforementioned gentleman, then that strongly affects any talk of legacy. His legacy will be that he did not fight the best fighters of his day. Deontay Wilder, the man who defended his belt 10 times over a 5-year period, but yet has only fought 2 boxers who were in, 3 who were in the top 10 Ring magazine rankings at the time. And to this day, right about now, only 1 remains. Or maybe they're still, they always have Luis Ortiz up there, so that's 2 remains. Tyson Fury, similar stats, only fought 2 Ring magazine top 10 ranked fighters in the last 5 years. Dismal, absolutely abysmal. So that will surely, certainly, unquestionably affect any talk of Deontay Wilder's legacy. So my conclusion, Deontay Wilder has to fight these guys. Has to fight these guys if he wants to be in any legacy conversation. If, on the other hand, Deontay Wilder is satisfied with the money he made, and he did make some money fighting Tyson Fury, if he's satisfied with that, then he can wander off, he can walk off satisfied and content, because he did generate some money, some 50 million over 3 fights. So if that was the motivation, if that is his consolation, then he's good. But if he has any interest in having his name up there in legacy conversations, then he has to stick around and fight these guys. That is my position. But let's get into some of the comments. Okay, Lisa Bales. I could care less if he's on the sideline. He didn't give Dillian a shot or fight for undisputed. Very true, very true. Okay, so what's this? TKO22. If AJ takes step aside money, he can fight Deontay Wilder, warm-up fight before fighting the winner between Fury and Usyk. My opinion. Okay, my opinion is that AJ has often and has said it multiple times. He ain't interested in no step aside. But if there has been any talk about step aside money, if he's put a figure out there, then it's merely in jest, because he knows Bob Arum, Frank Warren, they ain't stumping up a penny. They ain't stumping up a penny of step aside money. I made that very clear during the Wilder negotiations. Okay, so who else? Okay, those are the comments on that, but we have to go into the article. Okay, so keep going. 4 major fights Deontay Wilder should have before retiring. Okay, so 4 major fights. Let me see if you can see what I can see. Oh, no, sharing the wrong thing. Stop sharing that. Start sharing this. Where is it? 4 major fights. Is that the one? Oh, they use the same picture. Okay. 4 major fights Deontay Wilder should have before retiring. Anthony Joshua, Alexander Usyk, Dillian White. They're thrown in Andreas the Punch Ruiz there. That's, I don't know why. Okay, whatever. Okay, so what's going on? So yeah, those are the 4 major fights that are mentioned. That's the key and the crux. That's the key and the crux of the argument. Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. Wilder versus Dillian White. Okay, what to say about that? Both men carry explosive power. It seems very unlikely that this would go the distance. Wilder versus Joshua remains one of the best fights to make in the division today.
Yep.
So there's Joshua. Then there's Dillian White. For a long time, White sought a mandatory shot at Wilder. This never materialized, but a great rivalry has developed between them regardless. It would be good to see this finally settled in the ring.
Well, sorry to interrupt you, but I can tell you this right now. If Dillian White was to beat Tyson Fury, 100%, boy, Wilder will say, yeah, he'll dust his rag off and come for Dillian. I think. Go ahead.
What makes you think that?
Because he thinks he can beat him.
Well, if he thought he would beat him, surely he'd have fought him by now.
He wanted to put protectors in front of him to teach him a lesson.
Surely if he thought he would have beat Dillian White, surely he'd have fought him by now. It's ample opportunity, ample offers, a number of offers.
Well, Raphael, let me school you on the business of boxing. Well, Dillian White, not really school you. I shouldn't say school you because you know you're boxing, so I refer from school. Let me show you what I mean. Dillian White at the time is not a juicy prospect. Even now, Dillian White is definitely is a necessity, a raging necessity that Dillian White gets the fight for the WBC belt. You know, he's had lawyers, he's got money, he's earned the right to fight for that belt. So at this point, and for the UK, it makes sense. It makes money against Wilder. If when Wilder's looking at it, I don't need to fight him. Let him fight someone else and earn the right to fight me. That's what Wilder's coming from. But right now, if Dillian White was to beat Tyson Fury, my gosh, Wilder would dust off his rags and think he'd come to fight him. He would. I think he would.
Well, if Dillian White was to beat Tyson Fury, Wilder would announce his retirement the same.
No way, man.
The same day.
Okay, all right. I'll leave it as that. I don't think so. I think
same day.
He looks at AJ
and go past the midnight hour. You see, did you see the way Errol Spence walked out of the Crawford fight after he finished Porter? That's the same way. Yeah. That's the same.
I don't think he beats them.
That's the same way Deontay Wilder would walk away from boxing.
Don't get me wrong, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he beats him. I'm just saying that would inspire him to fight him. That would. But whether he would
fight him, the man Deontay Wilder has wanted nothing to do with Deontay Wilder, and that's because he knows there's a strong possibility Dillian White could separate him from his senses.
Well, they could have fought a long time ago, but I'm not going to get into that. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that if Dillian White was to beat Tyson Fury, I think that Dillian White would be interested in that fight because he'd earned the right. But then, so would everyone else, because if you beat Tyson Fury, then everyone's interested in you. And Dillian White could look at Usyk, or he could look at AJ. And you know what I'm trying to say? Because remember again, yeah, they fight for the belts, but the belts give them money. You know what I mean? And you're in the bigger payday. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. So when you're at the time he's looking at Dillian, Wilder's still earning good paydays. He's looking at it. He's like, well, I don't really need that. I don't really need him right in a minute. Let him stay there and earn the right.
Check this out though. New media today, USA Boxing. How you doing? Good to have your opinion. I think Wilder finally realizes his limitations and just doesn't want to fight no other top heavyweight because he's been exposed. I mean, I think that's just pure logic. That's pure logic. You know, pure logic. Let me go into some more of these comments.
I think all the heavyweights have been exposed. To be fair,
Listen, Wilder needs to fight the top guys. If he walks away, it's sending a very, very bad.
he still goes in. He still goes in the Hall of Fame. Still,
Absolutely not.
no, not in your opinion, but I know he'll get in the double. I know he'll get in the WBC Hall of Fame and definitely the New York Hall of Fame as well. So there's other Hall of Fames. Canastova, the main one, I'm not too sure, but it'll definitely be the WBC Hall of Fame, 100%.
I don't think he'll retire.
Yeah, you need to defend your belt or send them. They have different rules.
I don't think he'll retire yet. There's still decent paydays left he can have. I agree with you. I'm reading TKO's comment.
Oh, okay, go on.
I still want to watch him fight AJ and Dillian White.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
He will never stop running. If Dillian White knocks out, if Dillian White takes down Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder will never stop running. You ever watch the film Forrest Gump?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Well, you saw he was running. You saw the way he was running.
Yeah, but Dillian will be running towards them though. Wilder will be running towards them though. See the finish here, Raphael.
Wilder will be running so fast that he could actually. Hey, Wilder, he don't normally run, do he? He don't normally run. That's one of the problems. He don't run. Wilder don't run. So I don't know about that wizard sleeves. I don't think you could pay him enough money to get him running.
Hey, listen, listen, when you've been stopped and embarrassed like you do, you take a long time off and decide what you're about. So he's doing the right thing and taking his time. Whether he wants to fight and doesn't fight, it doesn't matter. Like the division carries on, and the undisputed is still out there, and he's not in the picture. So whatever Wilder does, good luck to him.
Remember, folks, the poll is in the chat. It's closing up now. It's closing up. It's getting very, very close now. Very, very close now. So keep those votes coming in. Smash that like button if you're in here. If you're in here, smash that like button, and don't be afraid to hit the super chat button as well as the subscription button if you're not subscribed. It's the Raphael Dawkins Combat Radio. That's where you are right now. You're listening to Raphael Dawkins alongside the EJ Boxing Live. Okay, I need to get to some of these chats. Okay, so if White beats Fury, we will have White versus Fury 2. Oh, no. Oh, you're saying, yeah, not contractually. They don't have to because it's a mandatory. But you're saying they'd make it happen. Maybe, but maybe not because there ain't no rematch clause. So I don't know about that. I don't know. I think if Dillian becomes a champ, then he's gonna want the winner. He's gonna want the winner of AJ versus Usyk for undisputed. Yeah, that's what he's gonna want. He won't want no Fury 2. He's gonna want to go for undisputed. That's what I'm saying. What's this here? Tone. Wilder can still be involved in big fights. He's still a big name, a good dance partner for many. How hungry is he? Well, clearly, I don't think he wants to get bashed up. I don't think he wants to get bashed up. He's going to get bashed up if he goes in there against Dillian White. I don't know. I think Wilder's always been the favorite in that fight, but I don't know if he's the favorite anymore. You know, those beatings, back-to-back beatings it took from Fury, that must have aged him. He's 36 now, but dang, man's injury prone. He's injured again. Broke his hand again. Saw him in the cold tub, sitting in the cold tub with a cast on his hand, right hand. This crop of boxers is not interested in fighting guys when they're at the best and physical prime. They only want to fight names. Well, yeah, but some guys fight guys. Wilder won't fight anyone with a pulse. OMG. Yeah, Wilder gets in the Hall of Fame, says OBZ. 10 defense of the WBC and bronze medal, you'll get in. 10 defenses against who? 10 defenses against who, though? Hall of Shame, first ballot. Wilder ain't retiring, says the big boys boxing. He'll take time off, whereas the delusional ego will return. I don't know about that. I think he knows. I think he knows his time is up. Boat number 33. Please come in. Boat number 33. Your time is up. His time's up and he knows it. He ain't that delusional. He knows it's the jig is up. It will be sad to see Wilder retire. Yeah, it'll be sad for me, you know, the bronze bomber. Bronze bomber leaving the game. You know, he's going to lose some stories, but he's still going to be talking crap from the sidelines. Have no fear. Look at Floyd Mayweather. Look at Floyd Mayweather still making the headline, talking that ish, talking that. So
he's the best promoter in the game.
But he ain't selling. His cats don't sell. His cats ain't really selling like that.
They sold out. Tank's full house sold out.
Sold out. Was it a PPV? Are the numbers in?
Yeah, it was a full out. He said it was a full out. They sell out everywhere they go. The stadium, wherever stadium, they don't do those state. They do some arenas. All the arenas was fully sold out. Tickets. I think their prices. I don't know how much thousands for the front row, but everything sold out. And they're making nice money. Tank's making nice money. Tank, if you look at it in terms of the revenue, you got Canelo, and then you got another one. I think Tank's number 3 in the country in terms of top drawer, man. Big draw. If you fight Tank, you're getting paid, man. Big draw. You know what I mean? So they're making nice money. Mayweather's one of the best promoters in the world, bro. Anything he says, everyone listens to, bro. It's just that he hasn't got the stable. Like Eddie Hearn or Bob Arum or nothing like that. He only kind of
the best promoter in the world. Wouldn't he have a stable?
Yeah. Because anything he touches turns to gold, man. Anything he touches to gold. If he starts talking about you and you're a fight, like with example, right? Anthony Yard, Mayweather endorsed him. That's what got Yard over, man. When he came over and Tank was fighting, he goes, "Champ, you're the next."
Why is the stable so small? How come he ain't got no big stable? If he's the golden boy, if he's
the decent
golden business, how come he ain't no golden eggs? If he's the golden goose, how come he ain't laying no golden eggs? Or he's just coming up, all he's doing is coming up with Canada Dry.
Well, let me put it like this, yeah. Do you know how many fighters he's got?
Tell me.
I'm asking, do you know?
I'm saying, tell me.
I'm asking, do you know?
I'm saying, tell me.
So you don't know? Is that what you're saying? That's what we're saying.
You can draw that conclusion if you so wish.
No. Well, I'm asking a question.
The people want to know. Tell the people.
No. You don't know, and I'm trying to say he's got a stable.
You can come to that conclusion if you.
I know.
You are correct or incorrect. Well, that's a whole different matter.
No. I know he has a. I know he has a stable of fighters, but Tank, is his biggest draw, and he's got other guys coming through. I think he's got cash flow and numerous other young fighters coming through the thing. And the thing is, the bottom line is that when Floyd is still relevant, when he talks your name, you become a star. You know what I mean? That's how it is. He was wanting to talk about Errol Spence because Errol Spence gave me some work after sparring. He put Errol Spence on the map. He also did Jesse Vargas, who came from Floyd Mayweather. He bigged up him. He was with him for years, actually, before he went to Bob Arum. He bigged him up. He became a big star. Badu Jack, without Floyd Mayweather, Badu Jack doesn't get Ashley Fairfane over in the UK. Without Floyd endorsing him, he doesn't become big. And whether they win and become great fighters, then that's up to them. But bottom line is that whenever Floyd talks about you, you become big. Therefore, I say he's the best promoter in the world because at the end of the day, anything he touches, anything he talks about, everyone wants to know you.
Yeah, man. Well, he's gonna have to lay a few golden eggs for me to hold on that. And like I told you before, all he's coming up with is Canada Dry.
You don't think Tank's dry, yeah?
When he gets up off that nest, all he's coming up with is Canada Dry.
You know, you used to have Savannah Marshall, right?
Who?
Floyd.
Okay, and what?
I'm just saying, like he's had all the.
What though?
I'm trying to say to you, he usually has a good stable. You mentioned his stable, he has good fighters, man.
Boy, if he's so good, then he needs to step his damn game up because the zone are killing it. You know,
what's the zone?
You know, he needs to be up to Bob Arum ranking. Then if he's so good.
Good.
He needs to get up to Bob Arum ranking.
Nah, I don't think it's like. I don't think they're like that. I don't think they're like that. I think they keep it very small and they keep it very cold. But the guys they got, they're like Tank's a big star, man. Tank's a mega star in America, man. Massive, mega star in America. Not over here in the UK, not, but in America, definitely. And he fought over here as well. You got UK. Some people in UK like him as well. Not a lot though. Not a lot, but he's got a fan base.
Lies. Cruz made less than 500K. You're getting more money as a Haney opponent. Uh-oh.
Well, no one knew who he was. So why is he supposed to get paid? See, look, Lisa Ball, Floyd's a great self-promoter. Yeah. As far as promoter, the other okay. But self-promoter is promoting his fighter as well, though, isn't it? Tank. I'll tell you why, yeah. If Floyd doesn't say anything about Tank, do we know who Tank is?
Well, that's a poor reflection on Tank, then, isn't it? Very poor.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's the whole point of a promoter. Anything they say, then everyone is interested, and this is what I'm saying to you. Like Emmanuel Augustus gave Floyd his hard fight. Floyd will tell you he gave his hardest fight. That's why people rate him the drunken master. You know what I mean? And Floyd, like I said, Floyd, he ain't competing with Eddie Hearn. He's just doing his thing. So
you either know or you don't, Raph. Nobody knows. You don't know. DJ don't know.
I can go to what race easy. We're in line. Like, let me go TMT in it. TMT fighters. It's easy, right? TMT fighters. I can just go there and find out, innit? They got a website.
He's the best promoter in the game.
100%.
Only relevant when he's talking about Canelo. You never hear anything from him.
He roasted Canelo, though, innit? He roasted Canelo, though.
Why is he roasting Canelo, man? Is he insecure?
He roasted Canelo. All right, so I've got Floyd stable, yeah.
I don't damn well care about Floyd's damn stable.
I've put it right in front of me. I've got it right in front. Bro, I could just tell he's got he's got fighters in every single weight except for heavyweight. Andrew the BC cruiserweight, lightweight. He's got Leon B. Thompson. He's got super welterweight, Luis Cuban Aries, and he's got Michael Scholar. Welterweight, he's got I don't know some of these guys, you know. Some of these guys, I'll be honest, I don't know some of these light welterweight. I don't know some of these guys.
So it's full of guys you don't know. Okay.
Yeah, I don't. But this is. But I'm in America. I'm in the UK. I know who Romy. I know he's lightweight. He's got Romy. He's got Tank.
Listen, EJ, you know your boxing. So for you to say there's a lot of guys on there you don't.
You know, because some of these guys are young.
Unknown guys, man. There's a lot of unknown.
Nah, they're not unknown.
You know your boxing. If you're telling me there's a lot of guys in there.
They're not unknown, bro. They're not unknown because remember again, he's stable. Some of these guys, look, I don't know this woman, Eva Knight. I know her as well, the lady of boxing. He's got her as well.
Hey, everyone. OMG, I missed an hour. I was practicing guitar. I hope everyone is well. Yes. We're just chopping over here with EJ.
I'm saying to you to see these people, they're under Floyd's banner, and you know, like I said to you, end of the day, Floyd. In my opinion, so this is not everyone. In my opinion, yeah, Floyd's the best promoter in the world. You know, Floyd's got Kevin. He's got who's this? Kevin Thunderstorm Johnson. That's not Kevin Johnson.
I refuse to believe that you're being serious right now.
I know I'm 100% serious. I'm definitely.
Well, let's just say I find it difficult.
Who's got more power? Who's got more sway? Eddie Hearn or Floyd Mayweather?
Oh my gosh. Who's putting on shows? Eddie Hearn or Floyd Mayweather?
Floyd's putting on shows. He put on the show the other day.
Eddie Hearn's putting on damn shows
Some of them shows are rubbish, though. Some of them shows are rubbish, though.
Almost every week of the.
Yeah, but they're not quality. They're not quality, man. Not quality, man. Not quality.
Dang. Floyd can't compare, man. Please.
So you talk about quantity then quality.
You cannot be serious right now.
Nah. So you talk about quantity then quality.
You remember John McEnroe?
Ellaby is always lying.
You remember John McEnroe? You remember John McEnroe?
Who?
John McEnroe, the tennis player.
Yeah. You cannot be serious. Yeah, I know that.
You cannot be serious then.
Yeah, but actually come with it. You know what? You know who The Rock is? It doesn't matter what you think. That's what I tell you. If you smell what the Rock is cooking, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter.
Never heard of it.
You don't know that. Come on, bro. You know who the Rock is, bro.
Never heard of it.
Everyone knows who the Rock is. Don't worry, you know what it is. But you know, hey, listen, it's a matter of opinion. A matter of opinion. Who sways the influencing? Who's the most influential person in boxing in terms of promotion? Floyd Mayweather, 100%. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
You cannot be serious, man.
Nah. EJ's trolling. I'm not trolling. Bronze plumber. I'm bronze plumber, you know. That's a funny name, you know. Why you call the bronze plumber? That's what
he's talking about. He's talking about what's his name?
I know. I know.
What's his name again?
But England.
No, what's his name? The tall guy, Liverpudlian guy.
The Liverpudlian guy.
Heavyweight. Got knocked out by Povetkin.
Oh, you talking about? He ain't a plumber, is he?
He's a bloody plumber. That's his trade.
David Price.
David Price, that's his trade.
He wasn't called the blonde plumber. He wasn't called the bronze plumber, though.
That's a play on the name, isn't it? I think.
He's a silver. I think he was a silver medalist.
I think it's a play on the. I think
he won the silver medalist. I think.
Confirm or deny the bronze plumber. Is that a play on David Price's?
No, it's Wilder, obviously, isn't it? The bronze bomber.
I want to know now. I thought it had something to do with David Price because he's a plumber by trade.
No, it's not. You're funny.
I don't know. I want to know now.
That's hilarious. Name,
bronze plumber. Clarify the matter, please.
Selling illusions. They're selling illusions, but people like illusions, though. How about that, Lisa Ball? They like illusions. They like what because Tank is going to continue to sell. You know what I mean? They're gonna continue to keep rolling and keep putting them paydays in there, keep beating guys and continue doing what they're doing. That's the way boxing's gonna be, man. You know, boxing. People are going to stay on their side of the fence and keep building their guys, and that's it. I like what Eddie Hearn's doing with Conor Ben. I think it's a hard fight, you know. It's a hard fight, but Algieri's been out for so long. I don't know how Algieri's going to come. But Algieri is actually one of my favorite fighters, actually. But I don't know how he's going to beat Conor Ben though, because they fight similar.
He's going to beat Conor Ben. He's been out for 2 years. He was out for 2 years until he fought in.
He's actually quite fit though. He's been a trainer. He's quite fit. You know, he's not the normal.
I know he's a gym guy. I know he keeps himself in good shape.
He ain't got much power. I think this is what I'm saying. They're giving the guy not power, but he has a ranking of a world champion. I think they're building him good. I mean, this guy, I ain't gonna lie, he gave Povetnikov fits, man. He has got power, on his game, but he's been knocked out. But he's fought better people than Conor Ben. But Conor's a mover. You know what I mean? It's gonna be an interesting fight. But Conor should be able to win the fight. He should be, but Algieri, I won't be surprised if Algieri wins. What's he saying? Price was a bronze.
We got the news flash. We got the news.
He's correct.
Pricey was bronze. He was bronze.
He offered was silver? Okay.
Rafi is correct on the name. Yes. I just assumed it was the case. Good to have confirmation. Confirmation on that. So you reckon? Yeah. So Conor's going to beat him. He was out for 2 years until he fought in August of this year. Talking about Algieri. I like Algieri. I like him. He's a tidy boxer. It's going to be a good fight. I just realized, I'm looking at the styles. It's going to be a good fight. Because Algieri can box. Algieri's got a jab. Conor's going to be winging. You know what? I just realized this is going to be a good fight. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Let's have a look. Okay. Oh yeah. Sorry. Obviously, we have to talk about Lomachenko versus Comey. Lomachenko versus Comey. I saw Comey get starched by Teofimo Lopez. I actually picked Comey to win that. But obviously that didn't happen. How is this gonna play out? Well, what's gonna happen against Lomachenko? Comey is gonna get thoroughly outboxed. Can he rattle Lomachenko? Should be able to. Could be able to. But I think Lomachenko is just gonna be too elusive. Long story short, it's just gonna be too elusive. But I hope I'm wrong, and I hope Comey can get some good shots in, get some good digs in.
Kobo's mental state is not really there, you know. I don't know what happened to him. When he fought Teofimo Lopez, I seen him compete, but I don't know why. Whatever happened to me came out frozen. You know, it depends on his mental preparations for me. I mean, he has the physical attributes to cause Lomachenko some problems, right? But mentally, I don't know where his space is. You know, when a guy loses and gets stopped like the way he does, even though he won a world title and stuff like that, I don't know where his confidence is. So, you know, he's a champion right now, I believe. But his mental state, it depends on his mental state. Does he believe that he could beat Lomachenko? You know, that's the question.
Yeah. It's fragile. The mental state is fragile. Unfortunately, what the hell did happen there? Why did that happen? I didn't want that to happen. Oh, so it's just randomly scrolling. I don't want that. Officially ordered. Yeah. Okay. So you got Coleman, you got Lomachenko. How you got Lomachenko though? How you going to do it? How you going to do it?
I got Lomachenko. Lomachenko probably stop him in it because see the thing about Cormier, yeah, he's like most fighters that I've experienced, as you know, being in this boxing thing. Yeah, you got a lot of guys, yeah, they're very good on top, but to come from a loss, how do you come from a loss? You know, you got to make adjustments and you know and start to rebuild yourself. And you know, you're great fighters, but you know, Cormier to me, you know, his confidence is not there. You know, he doesn't type me of a guy that when he's behind how to come through. He's definitely good. He believes in himself and he'll compete, but he just strike me on not a very confident fighter. When Lomachenko, when you have that many amateur fights, you that much more experience and this, that, the others, for me, he's catching Cormier at the right time. If you caught Cormier before the Teofimo Lopez, then you're getting a different fighter. But the reality is that he got stopped by Teofimo Lopez, even though it was some time ago, 2 years ago, in 2 rounds, right? It was for another guy, Jackson Martinez, that I've never heard of, even though he had one thing, he stopped him, but I've never heard of Jackson Martinez. So what I'm saying is that he's good in front of guys with no name, but when he's fighting guys with a name, he ain't there. Like he mentally checks out. He's not the guy. So that's what I think. You know, that's my opinion. He's a good on top fighter when he's supposed to win, but when he's not supposed to win, he doesn't do it. And that's what makes great fighters to me. Can he win the fight? Yeah, he can win the fight. But I don't know where his mental space is. And I know Lomachenko was hungry because Lomachenko felt he was wronged by Teofimo Lopez. He didn't get the rematch, and he's on a mission to get back his belts.
Okay, so I think we've done it. By Jove, I think we've done it. DJ Boxing, come to the end of the show. Much appreciation for dropping by and entertaining the people, entertaining the troops. Your final words, my friend. Your final words.
Well, you know, there was more to be discussed because I haven't seen you for a while. But I can end in that. Congratulations to Anthony Yard, you know, for beating Lyndon Arthur in the rematch.
We can talk about that then. Let's talk about that for a little bit. Lyndon Arthur beating Anthony Yard beating Lyndon Arthur. Talk about that to me.
Yeah. I honestly thought Lyndon would win the fight, but I didn't know there was agreement for Lyndon, and I'm not saying because of this is why Lyndon lost, but the loser would be free from Frank Warren because they were tied up because he didn't believe and Pat didn't believe that Frank was promoting him right. Like, give you an example, they wanted to fight in Manchester. Pat has put a lot of money into Lyndon to get him to be the Commonwealth belt, and he thought we need to start making some money. So Pat wanted to fight back in Manchester where he can start make money on his promotion. It makes sense, right? If you have it in Manchester, you know, you're co-promotion with Frank Warren, you can start bringing in the money now, make a big money. Pat's going to make a nice cut. But if you have it back in London, Pat can't make no money. So when the fight was back where it was, Pat was like, that's why all the anxious and, you know, we're not going to win. And Pat obviously was upset about it. He put that kind of energy into Lyndon. And I'm not saying Lyndon just went in there and didn't give a chance because he's upset he lost, right? But at the same time, he's free. And now I feel they're going to go to Boxer where they may feel they're going to get treated better in terms of how they want to be promoted. And it's a shame, but for Anthony Yard, man, retribution's sweet, man. You know, there's a lot of things said, and he went in there and did what he's supposed to do. And now he's got a shot at maybe Joe Smith and and I can't know who's fighting Joe Smith, but one of the other guys.
Callum Johnson.
Callum Johnson, yeah, Callum Johnson. He ain't winning. Like, I don't see Callum Johnson beating him.
I don't think Joe Smith is
I think
all
Yard,
that.
I think Yard could beat him. I think Yard. I think Yard could beat him. I honestly think Yard could beat him, but I don't think Callum Johnson can, because Callum Johnson is a face forward fighter. He fights with his face. You know what I mean? In the process, if you go for him, he'll swing at you. But you know, when he starts to lick, he's not on it. So I don't see how he beat Joseph. Was a bit more cuter, but Anthony Yard's got a good chance. I've always said that Anthony Yard should have fought Pascal, who'd have been a good test for him. You know what I mean? Because Pascal's a former two-time heavyweight lightweight champion. I thought that would be a solid fight for him, because Pascal fought Froch and all them guys. Then he give you a good
Pascal
test.
just got busted for drugs, though, didn't he?
Yeah, recently, but I always thought it's a shame though, because against Buddy Jack, but I always felt like that kind of guy would get you ready, get you ready for what you need, and understand that how I need to train. You always want to match your guys in a way to get them ready for a world title, because you know y'all can beat Joe Smith, right? But is he gonna be able to hold on to that belt? Because that's the bottom line. You can win a belt world title these days. Everyone, no, a lot of people do. But are you ready to hold on to the belt? Is where the great fighters come. So I believe Yard could beat Joe Smith, but I don't know if he can hold on to it, because there's animals there. There's loads of guys, there's unifications, there's loads of things, and Frank want to cash in.
You got Better Beef, you got Bivol.
Yes. But I believe. And Callum Johnson might want to fight him, and there's loads of options for Yard now. But people's looking at him and say, James Cook, and has he improved? But I don't think he really. It's hard to say.
James Cook came in.
I don't know if he improved. I don't know if he improved, because I tell you why, Raphael.
He looked markedly.
But Raphael, I tell you why. In my opinion, he basically just left off where he left off in the last fight. That's all that I saw in the 12th round of the fight. He realized that, he's not all that, and I'm not listening to Tunde. I went for him, and that's why he brought Tunde in, because Tunde was still carrying baggage from the Colwood fight, that he told Yard to just wait around and wait, and he didn't want to pull the trigger, because he didn't want to. He got slated. He got slated about empty the tank, and he was still stuck on that. But when you bring another guy in, he's like, he hasn't got that baggage. So that's what that was there. But it was easy for me to see that, and Yard knows that on the last round, if I fought the last round, how I fought the first fight, then the fight's going to, and that's all he did. That's really all what he did. It was up to Lyndon to make the adjustments, and Lyndon didn't have none. That's why he got stopped. Now, Lyndon looked like he didn't care.
Whose fault was it that Lyndon lost?
Lyndon's fault.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Lyndon's fault, but I'm not gonna blame that on Yard. That's over and done with. Almost like George Fox.
Why did Lyndon lose?
Because he wanted to get out of the contract with Frank Warren.
Is that what made him lose?
I'm not. No. Yard made him lose. but he was happy, because I saw the interview. You remember, again, I'm watching the interviews, right? So I saw the interview on IFL, and I'm listening to him, and he's like, "Well, boy, Frank wasn't doing what he needed to do, and and we agreed that if I lost, that we'd part separate ways. No hard feelings." So in a way, he knew that if I just take a knee and get out there, then boy, it's better for me. You know what I mean? And let this guy go on and let him be promoted, because they don't really care about me. And he was on that, Frank ain't doing this for me and this, that, the other. And Pat fell away as well, because again, I understand where Pat is. Pat is one of them guys, quite honorable. Up north where you are, a man's word is what a man says, right? I know you guys are there, because when I was up north in the weekend, one of my heavyweights was fighting. By the way, he's fighting this week in the finals for the novice championship. I met a woman down there, and she was telling me up north, this is how we are. We say things what we mean, and that's how we are. So when Pat was talking to Frank, and he said the rematch has to be in Manchester, Frank agreed, and then Frank negated on that, and that's what made Pat do what he did. So I'm not saying Lyndon coughed it, but I'm saying is that they're happy they're out of the contract with Frank. That's what I'm telling you. I know they're happy out of that, and they want to try and go on and make money somewhere else with a promoter who believes in them, because Frank doesn't believe in them, and he obviously wants to push Yard. But to me, Yard is box office, man. He's him and Tunde, and they got a thing. They're definitely box office. Yard is like, when Yard's fighting, everyone watching. But I must say, Lyndon is one of them guys that I want to see what Lyndon's doing. I like Lyndon. He's not the most exciting personality, whatever, but I'm interested. And then you have the whole backdrop about the argument between Undisputed Boxing Podcast and Sonny Edwards, who supports Lyndon. He told him to suck their mum. Now, Travis Yeah, exactly. Travis' mum is Thingy Marsh from the Real McCoy. She's a top a female comedian. And when he said suck her mum, them lot, him and KG and them guys, they took offense. And he was on their I didn't obviously I just saw this Monday. It was a big thing. And then Sonny had an interview on IFL and he was addressing it. Because when people say things about some people I care about, I don't care. I just put things out there to bun them. And that's it. So it was a backwards and forwards. Spencer Fury jumped on their show and had these little 2 pence in it. But the bottom line is happy for Yard. Lyndon seemed like he's content that he's not with Frank, even though he's upset he lost. He's happy he's not with Frank. And Pat can sever ties with Frank and realize this he's not honorable. But I say to Pat, when it comes to boxing, there's no honor in it. There's no honor in it. What a man says one day is not a man says another day. You know what I'm saying? They're not in the business of promoting your boy to make you money. You know what I mean? That's not how it goes, bro. You know, even though Frank, you fought for Frank and you was on Frank's shows and Frank got your world title shot. In the day, he's in the business of promoting the guys that he wants to build, like Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois against Joe Joyce. Who you think Frank favors? Joe Joyce or Daniel Dubois? Nah, he favors Daniel Dubois. Of course he did. You know what I mean? But you know, obviously Sam Jones is not part with Joe Joyce no more, and Frank has got his claws in Joe Joyce now. You know,
Sam Jones, I thought so. He's not working because he's got a promotion. He's
moved on. Yes, he's moved on, and Frank's got his claws in Joe Joyce, so make sure that he can get. So now he's solidly with Joe Joyce, and he can try and back Joe Joyce to the hills. Because at the end of the day, these guys promoters want to back a racehorse where they can make money. And if he looks at Lyndon, do you look at Lyndon and say Lyndon's going to become a world champion or beat what's his name? Joe Smith.
He's got a lot of work to do if that's his intention.
I don't think he beats Joe Smith, man. I don't think he. But Yard, I think we both you agree that Joe Smith, that Yard has a good chance of beating Joe Smith because he might have learned. I don't think he's learned much from what I saw. I think he's a come forward fighter. Remember again, Rafi and the people listening. Yard was built on the Mayweather thing. He was built on. He's like the next Mayweather. He slips like the pad work and all that stuff. Where was all that? You know what I mean? All you did is just go forward with your head, rest your head on him, and uppercut him and beat Lyndon down. Hey, more credit to you.
Sometimes that's what it takes, though, isn't it?
No, we're fine. I have no problem with that. But what I'm saying is that you built him on the Mayweather formula that this guy is like the next Mayweather. Your trainer says that you're better than Andre Ward and so forth. That's what caused all the storm behind that. But you know, that's over. Congratulations to Yard. The other one, the fight is the Devin Haney fight against Jojo Diaz. That was a tremendous fight for Devin Haney, but for whatever reason, he's getting backlash. I'm like, why? Is he? That's crazy. It was a good, he beat him fair and square. They shook hands. I liked it.
I enjoyed it.
It was a good fight. It absolutely was a good fight. Jojo Diaz I like Jojo Diaz.
I like Jojo Diaz. I like his spirit. I like his ethos. I like his spirit.
Yeah, I like Devin Haney. And Devin Haney and George. I think Devin Haney can beat George but I don't think he beats him in Australia though. I think he can beat him, but I don't think he beats him in Australia. There's no way you're gonna come to Queens. The only way you beat him is like Azuma Nelson did to Jeff Fennick is stop him. If he goes to the scorecards, the max you're gonna get is a draw. You're not gonna beat him on points in the way you're beating him. You know what I mean? But it's a big payday. It's a big payday. So that was payday. Hey, talk about payday. Like you said, what did you think of Floyd criticizing Canelo?
It's foolishness.
You think so?
Pure foolishness. What the hell is he doing it for? It's over. It happened years ago. It's over. There ain't no need for what's he dragging that up for? What's the purpose?
Well, it's like you dragging up Wilder and AJ. It's like you dragging up Wilder and AJ. What's the purpose?
No. That's very relevant and very pertinent. Wilder's talking about retirement before fighting them guys, and talking about that. That's a beautiful segue, EJ. That's a beautiful segue because we got the poll, and which I'm going to close right now. And the question was, oh, by the way, if you're not taking part in the poll, kindly do so now because I'm about to close it in the next 15 seconds. So the poll reads: if Wilder retires, would you consider it a duck? I'm going to talk 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The poll is closed, and you're going to see it for yourself. Don't take my word for it. You're going to see it for yourself. It's going to come up in a few seconds, but it ended up as 50-50. 50% of respondents said, yes, I would consider it a duck if Wilder retired right now. And 50% said, no, I would not. So that's a 50-50. It's in the chat, so you know it's a fact. It's right there. You can see it for your own, with your own two eyes. Yeah, so what I think is just because it's Canelo's going to be fighting for light heavyweight next, what is it, cruiserweight? Cruiserweight?
Yeah.
Cruiserweight.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, so that's his fifth belt in a different weight division. So obviously, Floyd's got, it's got to touch the nerve. It's touched the nerve. So Floyd's come out disparaging Canelo now. Listen, I couldn't give a rat's ass. I've not clicked on one. Yeah, I clicked on one video with Floyd talking about.
It was good. He was talking a lot of sense.
It's just irrelevant now. It's irrelevant. He said he's picking and choosing, and then he used to pick and choose. So it's like
where he was referring to Tank and how Tank's a top fighter and how Canelo gets away with things and Tank doesn't. And he was talking about when I beat him, I was an old man when I beat him. I beat Canelo. He ain't nothing special. I slapped him up with one hand. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. And they were saying that Tank, the reason why Tank performed, because most people expect Tank to stop this guy here. Tank didn't stop him, but Tank broke his hand. Or his hand was swelled and he couldn't do it. He said every time he hit on top of the guy's head, he hurt his hand. I know that because one of my fighters actually hurt going into the championships, right? And you can't, and even though you fight a certain way, you just do what is necessary to win. So I understand that. And instead of people commending the fighter, they want to say, well, you didn't stop him, and they're trying to say the other guy won. And just to irritate, and he can't believe that the backlash Tank is getting from certain section of the media when Canelo doesn't, and that's where his point was. And I think it was valid. I think it was a valid point.
It was a valid point. DJ thinks it was a valid point. My position. My position, Floyd, damn, does too much talking. Does he do too much talking? Hey, it's his mouth. He can talk as much as he wants to. Hey, I don't have to listen, though.
Hey, on that note, Rafi, I'm going to sign out. But hey, Rafi, listen, one of the best shows over here in the UK. If you don't know, now you know. Make sure you all subscribe and you make sure you press the thumbs up button. I press it myself. Leave the dislike button. Don't worry about that. Make sure you press the thumb. And also donate. If you want to hear the dinner bell, make sure you donate. There you go. Donate to my man Raphael Dawkins, Combat Radio, one of the best shows here in the UK. Shout out to everyone in the chat. You all stay blessed. And Rafi, thanks for letting me come over. If you guys are not doing nothing this weekend, make sure you check over on England Boxing. My heavyweight, Brian Owinyi, is going to be fighting for the Novice Championship. And also we have a fighter fighting at 69 kg, Bilal Bickham. He's fighting as well. So I'll be in the corner. I'll be the main head, one of the trainers in the corner as well. So if you check that out, if you got time, England Boxing this Saturday, the fight will be in East London. But you can watch it live streaming on YouTube. So wherever you are, stay safe, stay blessed. Thanks for Rafi, and I'll take care. Bye-bye.
And that was the EJ Boxing Live. And much appreciation goes out to EJ. If you haven't checked him out, go check him out. He's got his own channel. Much appreciation. Much appreciation. Okay. So, yeah, we got through it. We got through it nice and briskly, really. To cram all of that in 1 hour, 38 minutes and 40 seconds. It ain't half bad. It ain't half bad. Okay, so we've looked at a myriad of things. We started off with Tommy Fury. I think I know some people. He said that he got injured in sparring. But the Rafi knows different. The Rafi has a different theory. That's how we started the show, with Rafi's theory of how Tommy Fury got the rib injury. Said he got it in sparring. Rafi thinks differently. He got it by his brother, stepbrother, Luke. Luke did it. Possibly. Okay. So we did that. We talked about that, and then we talked about the Billy Joe Saunders. The Billy Joe Saunders is wanted by police in connection with a violent melee at a function hall somewhere in Warwickshire. So allegedly Billy Joe Saunders pulled a firearm, a handgun, and police want to talk to him about that, as well as a stabbing. Stabbing someone through the hand. Allegedly, Billy Joe Saunders said it wasn't me. Innocent. The police want to talk to him. And then we went on to the Deontay Wilder. Went on to talking about Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is going to retire. And we posed the question, if Wilder retires, is it a duck? 50% of respondents said yay, and 50% said nay. Okay, so let's stop that. And we talked about some other stuff. Ben versus Algeria. I got Ben on that one. Lomachenko versus Comey. I got Loma by distance or stoppage though. Let me go for a cheeky bet and say by stoppage. Yeah, by stoppage, late rounds. Let's say round 9. So okay, so that's done it. I think we've got through it. We've got through another one. Like EJ says, one of the best shows that money can buy right about now on the interwebs. Much thanks for EJ Boxing jumping in. Thanks to everybody for coming through. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Check out the videos. Okay. So what else is there left for me to say other than blessed?